Welcome back, guys.
So this is the movies we've watched this week, and would we recommend that you give it a watch or a skip?
So firstly, we start with Envy, old movie. I'm not sure exactly how old, 2002,
Comedy.
2004. It's like a cult comedy. Jack Black, Ben Stiller, Rachel Weisz, Amy Paula. I'm always unsure how to pronounce her surname. But yes, I would, and also Christopher Walken with a cameo, well not a cameo, actually quite a big appearance.
It's about a watch.
It's about a couple friends, and the one he's a bit of a dreamer and he has an idea, and it actually materializes and they become rich, and it's all about envy. I would definitely suggest, if you haven't watched this,
Give it a watch. It's a 3 out of 5.
yeah, I think so. Possibly nostalgia purposes push it maybe up to a 4 out of 5.
And then the next movie was
Senior Year, which is Rebel Wilson. She's in a senior year. She's the most popular girl in school, but then she goes into a coma and wakes up 20 years later.
30 years later.
No, 20 years. 20 years later. And she wants to resume right where she left off. She wants to become prom queen, go back to school, be head
I
cheerleader.
think it was quite funny. There was quite funny moments.
There were
where
funny
we laughed
moments.
out loud, and I think we gave this a 3 out of 5.
Yes, and just note that she wants to go back to high school the way it was in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Yes,
and
everything's
things
new.
changed
Yes.
just a little bit.
Everything's new for her. And then our next movie was
Home Invasion with Natasha Henstridge.
That's a thriller, I think.
It's a crime thriller.
Yes.
It's laden with plot holes. It's about a mom and son, and they've got a little bit fractious relationship, and then a home invasion kind of brings them closer together, and they have to fight off the bad guys. I don't know.
Like you said, plot holes.
It's laden.
galore.
It's just full
And it's
with
so
plot
slow
holes.
and Lifetime-esque. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean.
I
It's
don't,
very
I don't know
light.
if people know what. There's a certain channel, Lifetime, and Lifetime movies have a very specific feel to it.
We gave it a 1.5.
Being generous,
Yes,
yes.
and give it a skip, I think. Like,
Next movie was A Dark Place. This movie is very slow, but the storyline had so much potential. It's about a sanitation driver who finds out a young boy in his neighborhood has been unalived, and even though
possibly in life something could have happened to him, and he's just
Yes.
trying to figure out what happened to this boy.
Even
and he
though
gets
the cops-
fixated.
Yes.
He gets fixated on what happened to this boy. I would say he's on the spectrum. It's not clear. They don't say that very
if
clearly.
you read up about the
Yes.
movie, it says he is highly functioning autistic.
So he gets fixated on the crime and what happened to this boy, but it's very slow. Like, it is an interesting movie.
But it's got a very solid plot, just extremely slow. I would say it's maybe not the best movie ever, but definitely worth a watch.
And we scored that at 2, I think.
2 out of 5.
2 out of 5, but it's good. It's just slow. So if you enjoy that kind of draggy type of movie, give it a watch. And then I think we had one more movie for the
Yes,
evening.
and I'm
What
trying
was
to
it?
think what that movie was.
This was last night.
This was literally last night.
I don't think
It was a Stephen King feature. It was In the Tall Grass. So if you like Stephen King, then you're going to like this
perfect
movie.
Stephen King type of storyline.
It's basically an ensemble of people getting lost in
the tall grass.
the tall grass, and the tall grass plays mind games with you. Let's say you and I are like 10 feet away from each other, and then we walk towards each other, and then all of a sudden we're 100 feet away from each other. Things like that
It
happen.
shifts around, things move around in the grass.
And we can't say much more without spoiling
No.
it, but I would definitely say if you haven't watched In the Tall Grass, it's definitely worth a watch.
You scored 3
I would say
you know.
it's a 3.5 out of 5.
And
It's Stephen King.
It's Stephen King, and I would say this is, I think, the second or third time we watched it.
It's the second time we watched
I would
it.
say it's a one-watch movie. I
Yes.
wouldn't say watch it again.
Some movies I would watch numerous times, but this one you don't find out anything new watching it a second time.
And then if you've made it to here, give the camera emoji. That looks weird.
The director's
Yes,
thing.
and
okay.
then also if you would like to give us any suggestions, we watch movies every Sunday.
Just a quick note. The genres we're looking for is comedy pretty much, and horror. But horror, we watched just about every single horror movie
So
you
that you
can
would
think
be
about.
able to give us any suggestions on that, but
So-
try.
Give us the lesser known horrors that's still pretty decent.
And then we also watch like action that has
A storyline.
good storyline that's not just action.
So basically comedy, action, thriller,
Some
crime,
dramas,
drama, but not too many.
It's more crime.
Drama, crime, drama, thriller, not just plain drama. And then of course horror and suspense, that's the
and
ultimate.
thrillers and like we're not big into the movie the monster movies.
Monster horror is not our favorite horror genre unless it's done really well.
Yes. Anyway.
Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it.